All right, welcome back. Turning to weather now, bringing in forewarned meteorologist Daniel McFarland. Daniel, we've talked about it yesterday. We were lucky for the first few days of June, well below average temperatures, but today we hit that century mark.
We did. That's the first time in 35 days. Can you believe that? It's been so long.
Unbelievable. We broke the ice 35 days ago?
Yeah. Time's going by quick this year, isn't it?
Sure is.
Yeah, and that's one thing we're going to be doing once again tomorrow. I do think triple digits is going to be possible. And if you're headed outside right now around Tucson, you're still right around 100 degrees. I know it says 99, but it's really been in between about 98 and 101 for the last few hours, kind of moving up and down. But thankfully, now the sun's starting to set here, or at least about an hour and a half from now, and we're starting to see that north wind that should help bring down that temperature a little bit quicker for this evening. There's going to be a few of us out there that could be back down into, say, the upper 50s for a low, and you're going to have the humidity to thank for that. But at least for tomorrow afternoon, if you're around Tucson, I'm expecting triple digits once again. There's also going to be a few windy days headed our direction. So there is a low pressure center getting a tad bit stronger around spots like, say, Palm Springs, and that's really going to drive that wind, at least for us. But unfortunately, it's not going to be in the right position for us to have any kind of rain. So monsoon not getting an early start, but at least it's going to help us bring down those temperatures a little bit. Cloud cover has been something else. So you just saw that live view outside of those clouds passing through Tucson. You do see that there is a little bit more humidity over there in spots like Sierra Vista, Benson, and it kind of starts to fade as you get closer towards Tucson. But look over at Ajo and Lukeville right here. It's very, very clear. A lot more dry air. That's going to be over the city for tomorrow. I don't think we're going to have a ton of clouds to help us out with the heat, so many of us are going to be in between about 100 and 102 out there. And I think the closer you are to spots like Oro Valley and the foothills, they tend to be a little bit drier than, say, the airport sometimes, and I think that's going to be the case for tomorrow. That's why I do think about 102 is going to be likely near the mountains out there. Nogales, though, stopping at around 95. You have Sierra Vista crossing over into the night right around 91 or so. And, of course, the warmest spots do tend to be Ajo for this time of year. 103 for you, and Douglas getting to around 94. Now, overnight lows, these are going to be a little bit different. I think if you woke up early this morning and walked outside, let's just say you got up around 6 a.m., some of you might have needed a jacket out there as lows were around 60 degrees. But I do think closer towards the city of Tucson, mid-60s for a lot of us out there. So these are going to start to rise at least for a day or two before we start to see more of the influence from that low pressure center starting off late Monday into Tuesday. And that's what's going to bring wind right back to our area during that time. So we could see wind gust, Eric, as high as 30, 35 miles per hour on those days. And even though we're not going to be around 100 degrees, it is still going to be warm enough that if a fire were to start, you could see it spreading very quickly, because as you know, it's been a while since we've had rain, and things are looking pretty dry around here.
Very dry these days. Daniel, thank you so much. We'll see you at 10 o'clock. Now it is time for sports with Sports Director Paul.
The break, knowing that they're